Does anybody know how many different attorneys Mr. Bellisario has?
Currently or over time?
Morning, Attorney Charles Goodwin, number 1487 on behalf of Mr. Bellisario. I believe Mr. Flahive is here as well in front of the court as his counsel in another unrelated case.
Colleen Baharav for the state.
So this was previously continued so many times for so many different reasons. What is happening or what's happened since the last court date?
Andrew Flahive, friend of the court. I had filed in my two cases, which are in front of Department 19 District Court, motions to disqualify. Those were the judge due to possible bias. Judge Wee said, while it's not a frivolous motion, he was not going to grant it.
Okay.
He has since entered his order. I am referring in Department 19, Mr. Bellisario, to competency based upon inappropriate behavior in courtroom, which is one of the 6 qualifications. I have talked to the state, and they are not opposing it, not that they could. And I have talked to Department 19, and they are inclined to sign it. However, they want to do it on the record, which is not going to happen until tomorrow. I submitted it prior. They didn't look at it for Tuesday. And then I was contacted yesterday by the state saying, hey, what's the status on the competency? And I'm like, they are going to sign it tomorrow.
So the concern the state has is when an attorney refers someone for competency, we felt uncomfortable proceeding in this case, even though the court hadn't signed it yet. So we understand that this was a firm step, but that's ultimately why it was called off.
Charles Goodwin, what do you have to say?
This is all not. I am representing Mr. Bellisario in this case. I don't have much opinion on it, Your Honor. It sounds like Mr. Flahive is closer to it than I am because he's dealing with the forward case. I personally have not noticed any issues with Mr. Bellisario, but also, again, I've not done a ton with it because this case is set to be dismissed in that case. So we were waiting to see what happened in that case before we actually ever really did anything on this case. So I have no opinion either way on Mr. Bellisario. He has not shown me to be incompetent, but again, like I said, I have not spent the time that Mr. Flahive has with him, so I don't think I'm the best person to even speak on it.
And I'll say, I don't know if he's competent or not. I am an attorney. I am not a psychiatrist. However, those are the 6 things, and one of it is showing inappropriate behavior in the courtroom, and that I have witnessed and been told about, quite frankly. I am one of many attorneys on this and everything. I've been updated a little bit, and to me, it does worth looking out. I don't want to talk about what Mr. Bellisario and I am not allowed to talk about. Mr. Bellisario and I talked about in person, but there might be some history.
Okay. So how many cases are there with Mr. Bellisario?
6.
6 criminal cases or 6 in total, civil and criminal?
So there are 3 currently in district court, and there are, 5. There should be 2 in justice court.
So 5 total cases.
Yes.
And does anybody know how many different attorneys Mr. Bellisario has
Currently or over time?
currently?
So currently he has Mr. Flahive in the DC 19 cases. He has Mr. Goldstein in the DC 17 case. He's unrepresented in front of Judge Sullivan on his misdemeanor in there. And then in here he has Mr. Goodwin.
And what about the 5th case?
Oh, there is a DV component. I'm sorry, but that's tied to the ones in district court. That's Mr. Gersten?
Kirsten?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And is that in domestic violence court and justice court?
Yes, and that's trailing dismissal also because it was supposed to be dismissed when the aggravated stalking went to district court.
So are the 3 pending cases in justice court, were they potentially going to be dismissed through a district court case?
Yes.
And now what's the status of that case in district court?
The status of that case is we're on tomorrow in DC 19 to discuss our procedure moving forward.
Referral to competency?
Yes, that has been pending a motion to withdraw plea for a long time, as the court can see from the procedural history. In Department 17, that attorney has decided to try and see what happens in Department 19 as well. And so that case is pending a status check to reset an evidentiary hearing in 60 days.
Is the Department 19 case considered to be the lead case by the state and the defense?
Based solely on the charge and the potential penalty in that case, yes.
Okay. Mr. Bellisario, is there anything you want to add? You have to answer out loud one way or the other. No, you don't, okay. So I cannot refer him to competency until your case is referred to competency. Because Mr. Goodwin is represented to the court in his limited dealings with Mr. Bellisario, he doesn't have a basis to ask for an order for an evaluation. Would that be accurate?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so, which is fine.
And I'm not trying to cast
no.
any shade, I hope you know, I'm not.
I don't know if he's competent or not. I'm not a
Of course.
psychiatrist, but that's,
So I'm gonna pass this for, if somebody wants to, so if he gets sent to competency tomorrow, or ordered to be evaluated tomorrow, it would be mid-October before he'd come back to court on that. Because if I signed an order myself today, his next court date would be October 11th in competency court.
from my past experience, once he's referred in one case, I think Department 32 District Court grabs everything from District Court and District Court and
Sure. So I'm gonna pass this a week. If I have a order for an evaluation in your case, I'm gonna send this case up in a week, and you guys don't have to appear unless you want to. All right?
Okay.
I just don't need everybody here to talk about something that's a formality. But, Mr. Bellisario, of course, you're welcome to appear, okay?
Request to be waived, Mr. President, Charlie.
Yeah,
Sure.
thank you.
Sure. I'll waive everybody's presence if you want.
Okay.
All
Request
right?
to waive my present, Charlie.
Thank you.
September 25th at 8 a.m.
Okay?
thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.